Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all having a good day today. Hope it's a good start to the weekend. Let me pause that and go over to... Have I got everything set up? I think I've got everything set up. To that, here I am. Hope you're all good. Let me all know how things are going. And let me click on that. And then boot up the game in a second before I go, Update 3's launched, I'm very happy about it. It's got extra stuff in it. We're going to be playing some Chaos Dwarfs, because I just want to have fun this stream. The next couple of streams are going to be Skyrim speedruns, which is going to be a bit more intense, a bit more viewed, but I figured for this one, I can just have some fun in Warhammer. And hello Tifa, Tony, Chad, and Treasure Hunter. Hope you lot are good. If you are in early, please do hit the like button. Always helps out with streams, especially the quieter ones like these. Extra stuff indeed, Tifa. Lots of highs and how I use. Excellent. It's a noisy beer. I don't know why. What was I going to say? Blast, I was going to say something. Oh, there's a new Intel logo thing that pops up now. Oh... Okay, there we go, it's sorted out. Look at this! They've changed the background and stuff. Oh, and they're advertising t-shirts. Oh yeah, Mesolrica as well. On the Mirror of Madness, which if I click on it... Okay, it's not going to show me anything cool. I wonder, will it? Mirror of Madness. We're not actually going to do this, but this is really cool. They've added like a mini battle thing, where you play as like a demon of Tzeentch, and yeah, Demon Prince of Tzeentch, and you unlock stuff for the campaign, which I really like. We're not going to be continuing my campaign, because, no, we're doing a new campaign with the Chaos Dwarves. Do they have different... Oh, default Champions of Chaos, Mirror of Madness, Forge of Chaos Dwarves. Cool, 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 cool. We're doing a new campaign in the Realm of Chaos, which I normally don't do, but it's more narrative focused, so I think it'll be a bit more fun to start on the stream. We'll be playing as... Not Cafe. Chaos. Oh, there's a lot fewer. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 races on this campaign. But on Immortal Empires, you get 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 24, so like almost 2.5 times as many. But that doesn't matter, because no. They are actually going to be doing Realm of Chaos with Chaos Dwarves. We're going to be playing as this guy, Astragoth Ironhand, because he's in the thumbnail, and I think he'd be the most fun. He's just kind of overpowered right now, and as you can see, he's a dwarfy dwarf who's built himself like a mini mech suit, which he charges around in. He's got some nice effects, extra research, control, influence. His army, oh perfect, so he gets the Bull Centaur renders, which I want to show off because they're just kind of tanky and cool cavalry. And he's also got blunderbusses, which I need to show off because they're awesome. There is also Zaytan the Black, who I've been playing as, who the casualty captured is very useful for this faction, and starts off with a rocket launcher, artillery piece, which is pretty cool. And Drazo, who has some Kadai and fire glaives, and just kind of fancy stuff going on. But we'll be playing as Astragoth for this one. Tifa says he looks scary, evil nutcracker-like. Yeah, these lot are super evil. They're the Chaos Dwarfs. And they enslave others to work for them. Yeah, malign, dark-souled and merciless. Chaos Dwarves are known in legend as a warrior race of demons, smiths, craftsmen and brutal killers who have dominated the northern reaches of the Darklands for thousands of years. Yeah, they're very evil. But we're just gonna start the campaign. Hopefully it'll be good. It should also be a little like cinematic video, I think, at the start of this, as it is the more narrative campaign. Oh yeah, and it says on the bottom there, aging petrification and mere obstacles to overcome. So the Chaos Dwarf wizards slowly petrify over time, which is why he's built himself that mech suit, because his limbs are just like stone now, so he has to build a robot to get around. Which I think is a very cool like extra lore bit, which is thrown in. Tifa says, guess I should start being afraid of dwarves now. Oh yes, these lot are kind of terrifying. But wait until we see them just like wipe out a unit in 2 volleys of fire. Then be properly scared. Oh. It says continue. Out of interest, has anyone watching played this game or this DLC? And if so, what are your thoughts? Is it going to be cutscene? It's going to be cutscene. Let me know how the volume is in this as well.
Echoed throughout the minds of the Dawi-Zharr is a legend of immeasurable power hidden deep under the mountains. A liquid magic so potent it can raise entire cities, leaving nothing but cinders and ash. Eager to exploit this power, the sorcerer prophets of Dwarfs sought to reach the source of this demonic substance. The domain of their malign god, Hashut, the father of darkness. For centuries they dug, exhausting countless workers as they delved deeper than the mountain roots themselves. 2 ashen moons ago, in the depths of the darkest pit, a discovery was made. A trickle of pure power, a crimson seam divining a way through the rocky layers to where Hashut dwells. And so, it was bottled in a vessel of infernal design, rushed to the surface through the fires of industry, to the highest authority. In the council chambers of Astragoth Ironhand, it was presented. Roiling with unholy energy, its gloriously terrible glow glinted in the eyes of all who set their gaze upon it. The blood of Hashut. Far rarer than warpstone and gold, very few vials had ever been extracted from the mines. The key to limitless power.
Actual Arbu Datangron, Gras Strength Tarain.
Astragoth, High Priest of Hashut, roared to the God of Darkness. And he replied. Ancient channels etched in rock flow with molten fury. A great drill shall be constructed, forged in the dread fires of the Darklands, imbued with strength to bore through the bedrock and breach a godly domain.
Urtsi will Shaba Ad. Luntakrungron.
The forge burns. The fires catch from the depths. The Chaos Dwarves will rise.
That looks kind of cool. And even worse than Dwemer, it's the same universe as 40 Chaos Treasure Hunter. Not exactly.
The dread city, where all wealth and sacrifices flow.
There's more talking.
But Astragoth is absent from the capital, having taken residence upon the Zorn Uzkal.
Oh, bling bling. That was kind of loud.
Green-skinned tribes must be routed, while Skaven and vampires are purged from their nests before the High Priest can enact his scheme. And here, the site of Ironhand's intent. The great drill stands, but is not operational yet.
Eras these groby megos. Maskamzak moose barak show.
Alrighty. I think that'll be it for the actual entry thing. This is not the same universe as Warhammer 40k, it's basically the fantasy equivalent. Like, 40k is the sci-fi version.
The launch site is made ready at a speed so furious.
This is fancy. Yeah, okay, a mass graveyard. Cool. That's too much talking now. 2 was enough. Sound is good. Might be too loud when the game starts. Let me know. Treasure Hunters, I really don't know this stuff. Fair enough. I saw some shorts about 40k as this middle-aged version. Yeah. I heard Zinch mentioned in 40k. Yes, some of the stuff transfers over. So, like, orcs and the greenskins and stuff, which we can see here, you get some of these in 40k, but obviously a bit more sci-fi, and it's the same sort of thing. And the Chaos, you have, like, the exact same stuff in terms of the demons, because they're just the same. So essentially 40k is the very distant future of this reality sort of thing, is how it kind of fits together. Chad's saying Warhammer is kind of Britain's version of Dungeons and Dragons. That's not what I'd say myself. Is Warhammer British? I wasn't aware of that, if that is the case. Always wondered if they made up whole languages around those sentences like the Elvish from Lord of the Rings. Yeah. I mean, Tolkien was very good at his languages from what I know. But this, I mean, a lot of the stuff is just say words which kind of sound right, it appears to be. But I'm cool with that. Okay, so what we're doing is building the Great Drill of Hashut, which is, yeah. So I just need to build it to start. Okay, so we build it, and then you've got to unlock runes for it, I know that. Orcs here, same as 40k spell, hilarious. Yeah, we're actually going to be fighting some orcs as our first little battle here. And they've got... I know in 40k they've got, like, essentially manifesting is their big thing. They don't quite have that here, but in this version there's a lot of how... They're technically mushrooms? Sort of. I think they grow from spores and things, and there's just an endless horde of them, and they're very brutal, and... We's the biggest and the meanest, smack, smack, smack. The Chaos Dwarves, though, actually enslave greenskins to fight in their armies and mine, which is a bit of a dick move. Alright. Come on. There's only a tiny bit left of you, loading bar. Come on. Fill up. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do here is deploy the troops in just a second. Let's actually do it like this. What speed are you? You're slightly faster. Yeah, let's have all of you separate. So I'm going to deploy my army, just nice and simple. And then I'll give a quick overview of what the different things are. Look, go around there. You can kind of go with as well. You can be sneaky on the other side. Alright. Whatever I'd like to grow if I had a garden, it wouldn't be orcs, but they're so useful. They're big and strong and hit things. So here we have old Astrogoth, who, okay, maybe a bit more like that. Yeah, this is Astrogoth, who is getting a bit excited right now. Maybe I need to be further back. There we go. Yeah, Astrogoth here in his big, fancy machine, which he's fixing up. He's just really good at everything from what I've seen of pre-release stuff, and he is the Lord of their army, commanding it all and helping the faction out. Then we have over this way, we've got our blunderbusses. Yeah, look at these guys. They're very short range but very powerful missile attacks, and they're not terrible in combat either. So they're a missile unit that can get charged without like too much devastation. Behind them we have our goblin labourers, as they're called, who are essentially the slave workforce that are just thrown in to absorb bullets or arrows or axes or whatever else. Behind them we have a couple more. We've got our standard Chaos Dwarf warriors, with great weapons actually, so they'll be quite good at chopping through armour. These are like our basic dwarven infantry, although we won't get many of them. And then we've got the orc labourers, who... quite a few of them seem to be missing their left eye. Yeah, these lot are more kind of chaff units, but they actually deal reasonable damage, which is amazing. Chad says Warhammer was created in Britain. I never knew that. I played like the Warhammer tabletop as a kid, and yeah, never knew that. Then we've got, yeah, these are Bull Centaur renderers, who at one point I believe were supposed to be Chaos Dwarves, but are like so mutated into centaurs that, yeah, they're completely different now. And they got big axes, and for cavalry they're technically quite slow, but they pack a huge punch. And finally we've got our hero, who's the hero version of a bull centaur. Wrong thing. Wrong thing again. There we go. Who's, yeah, got a big old axe and will chop stuff up. Treasure Hunter says, so they are still mushrooms? Why haven't they bodied everyone here then? I understand 40k Space Marines and stuff, but why not do that here where Space Marines don't exist? I mean, the orcs do very well, but if we go ahead and look at the orcs over here, we'll see that they don't exactly have the greatest technology. So the goblins here have like little, I think, possibly wooden or cheap metal spears and shields. When we got the black orcs here, these are like the biggest, toughest things that they have. And they don't, the orcs don't have guns or much good range or anything like that. Like, this is their lord. It's the equipment more than anything that does the orcs a disservice. And the fact they're all like completely rowdy and dumb and stuff does not help out. What I'm going to do here is just push up a little bit. Not too far. They got little skulls on their hats, yeah. Also, no living metallic skeletons, says Treasure Hunter. There's not living metallic skeletons, however there are living skeletons. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about how I really like how the Necrolith monolith, I think it is, basically exists in this universe as well. Because there's, what spells have you got? Yeah, there's a settlement called the Black Pyramid, which is so similar to like the Necrons and stuff. Right, and I've just launched a little whirling fireball into these black orcs. It doesn't do a ton of damage. Like, that was just over 300 damage, not particularly good. Which kind of sucks. This spell isn't very good. The Lore of the Shit's got some really good ones, but that one, not so much. Are these lot actually gonna... I was expecting them to move up towards me, so I didn't want to move the entire way myself. It looks like they're hiding. So there are no guns and no manifestation. I guess they're nerfed hard here. I mean, this is essentially 40,000 years in the past. It's like if you look at human civilization and go back away, you wouldn't go up to caveman times going, "You not even got an assault rifle? What's up with you? Why aren't you just shooting all these mammoths? Come on." It's that sort of situation. But obviously it's all comparative. Like, the Chaos Dwarves are probably one of the most gun-heavy factions. Okay, you lot are almost in range. Are you gonna... I think they might actually be, yeah, pushing up now. Okay, so these lot are going to shoot at my bull centaurs, but there, you've got ward save and missile resist. They actually ignore 40% of the damage that these lot deal, which is pretty great. I'm going to buff this guy up so he can charge into the goblin archers. Lovely. Oh, and we need to see... Yeah. Okay, these lot are going to be doing great. I need to cough. Yeah, my blunderbusses took off a decent bit of health from the Black Orcs, but they do need to get a lot more done. What I actually want to do with them is bring them around here, I think, and then throw more of the chaff units this way. Why are you not attacking as well? You should definitely be attacking too. Have these lot killed them. Astrogoth is just charging and getting through these goblins. If I can get my blunderbusses set up around here, I can, like, fire into the orcs, which will be huge. Okay, we've already squished that unit. When it's got a little skull above it, that means they're shattered and are not coming back. They are very, very scared at that point. Okay, he's not doing a great job getting through all the chaff, but he's slowly getting there. And if we go up here, excellent stuff. Black Orcs will be getting destroyed in just a second. Let's actually pull my guys back a bit, because, yeah, look at this. Chaos Dwarves are a bit ridiculous with their firepower. Like, not great range, but that unit's just decimated. Absolutely decimated. Okay. You guys, stop that. Stop that now. Leave the Black Orcs for now. I actually want these lot to move out of the way, because I want to just shoot their lord to death. I figure that's probably going to be the best way to finish off the army, which is already struggling a fair bit. So if I can just pull my troops away, we'll all be good. Well, let's also send you lot after them. No, not like that. Like that. Push up a little bit further. Lovely. And now that you're in good range, shoot this guy. And we'll see him here. He's moving towards the blunderbusses. His health bar there. Oh, just instantly tanks. Lovely stuff. Trishan says, in one of the lore shorts was said that 40k orcs devolved from absolutely artificial bioweapon race. That was a lot taller, stronger, and most importantly, a lot more intelligent. Ah, I've not heard of that before. I don't know 40k lore half as well as I do the fantasy lore. But yeah, that's cool. Chad says, Sarge, an FPS game on Game Pass that might interest you is Ghostwire Tokyo. I have Ghostwire Tokyo wrote down on Wednesday because that's when it came to Game Pass. I'm not sure if I'll actually end up playing it, though, because, yeah, Redfall launches in 3 weeks? 1, 2... Yeah, in a few weeks we've got Redfall, which I'm going to be covering non-stop. So I'm not sure if I have time for Ghostwire Tokyo. Plus, I've already got a first look coming out tomorrow, and one next week. I want to make a video called What is Redfall? I suppose I could fit in Ghostwire Tokyo as like a first look, but I wouldn't be able to cover it any more than that. Alright, we see here... Okay, Astrogoth got 117 kills. The Bull Centaur's got 584. The Blunderbuss has only got 26, but they did 893 gold value and over 6,000 damage dealt, which is, yeah, a lot more value than all the others. Because I got them to shoot the really elite stuff, which are the 2 units which are dead. Pardon me. This reminds me of Total Rome or something, I don't remember the name. There's a lot of different Total War games. This one's just set in the Warhammer world. So I can get some labour here. I can replenish my armies, which actually might be handy in this case. Or I can ransom captives for a bit of gold. There's not much gold, and honestly the labourers aren't a huge amount. I'm actually gonna... do I want to conscript captives this time? Yeah, I'm gonna take the captives, just because I took more of a beating than planned, and I want to be able to do this battle right away. So there is a whole, like, efficiency thing, and you need a certain number of workers in order to, just have stuff function. So this, you need 100 labour in the province to keep it running, and the Chaos Dwarves have quite an advanced, like, little economy thing where you have to worry about gold, raw materials, armaments, and conclave influence. Oh, and labour. So there's like 5 things you need to keep an eye on, which is a bit much. Let's just throw a quick perk point on there, and then go directly into the next battle, which I think will be a tiny bit tougher. Yeah. Hi Anna, welcome to the stream. Chat says Command & Conquer. I've not played the Command & Conquer games, but I've always assumed they'll be similar to this. A bit late as Milton has just got the car running again. I'm glad to hear the car is actually running again. That's a good thing. Sorry, you missed out on the pre-roll bit and the first battle, where I showed off all the troops. But in time for the second battle. Right. Something I always do is just click them at the back so I can kind of get things sorted that way. Don't know how helpful that actually is, but I always do it. And always group up my troops as well. Gotta have your units all sorted. Let's have a bit of chaff line, bit of that. I'm going to actually pull you back a bit, because I do want the blunderbusses up front. They only got 90 range, just real short for my missile units. We see basic goblin archers here have 115, and these are some of the worst missile units in the game, and that's the range I have. So blunderbuss is super short range. Okay, I think I'm going to send... Yeah, I want... You know what, I want my hero and my lord to go after the Goblin Wolf Riders, because they're like the only fast thing, and I don't want them like outmaneuvering my army, because Chaos Dwarves are fairly slow. They are still mostly dwarves after all. So I really don't want to be like outmaneuvered, because that'll be quite annoying. But Astrogoth, on the other hand, he has a speed of 60, which is pretty fast. Wait, was it always 60? I thought he was actually faster before. But yeah, these two should have a good time just dealing with these Goblin Wolf Riders, providing they can actually catch them. My poor little dwarves, though. Speed 28, speed 28. Even the greenskins I've got here are 33 tops, which I guess is, yeah, is the same as this. In fact, how do goblins stack up against goblin labourers? Oh, labourers are much worse. So there's 20 more models in the unit, but they have worse armour, leadership, melee attack, melee defence, weapon strength, and charge bonus. Speed is literally the only thing the same. Which kind of makes sense. The people that we've, like, forced to work for us probably aren't going to fight as well as the people actually fighting because they want to. That kind of makes sense, you know? Really? What? Why are the greenskins not attacking? Greenskins are supposed to be really aggressive. And it says, hit the like button and going to sit for a moment. Despite Milton doing awful work, long day felt long. That's perfectly fine. Treasure Hunter says, from introduction, Chaos Dwarf sound as an intelligent Darkspawn from Dragon Age 1. I mean, I don't remember how intelligent Darkspawn are in the first Dragon Age. Chaos Dwarves are pretty smart. I'm pretty sure they were, like, kind of left to die sort of situation by the other dwarves. Which is why they've got, like, issues and stuff. They should be fairly good. Ooh, that did a bit better. Okay, I've got to use a spell against, like, lightly armoured troops. So yeah, that actually burnt for a few of them. Hey, and my heroes charge into these lot. So I shouldn't be outranged. Really? Really, really? For real, really, really, really? I see what they've done. They waited for me to get close and then they've charged in. That's cruel of them. Okay. Well, they've not charged in with their whole army, I guess. And I've already... Oh, Jesus! Look at the damage dealt to these lot. The bull centaurs are kind of ridiculous. I just left them alone for a minute and they're up to 60 kills. They've just decimated these. Okay, you go for them. You fire another one of these into there. And how are my blunderbusses doing? Okay, blunderbusses need to, yeah, pull away from the actual main conflict there. Let's push you in a bit more. Yeah, I think they're getting a little bit caught up on the other units, maybe. Which is a bit annoying. Okay, I want to make sure these lot get chased off the battlefield, which actually they're about to do. Excellent. Why are you not attacking? I think it's because I cast the spell and then they're just like, no, I don't need to attack anymore. I'm done. I got my stuff sorted. Alright, here we go. Let's have you lot deploy that way and they'll get excellent crossfire into all of the troops, I think. Let's have you charge in there as well. You know what, they're all kind of grouped up like this. Let's get this another shot off here. How's this gonna do? Oh, lovely. Yeah, get it in a big clump of them. That's good stuff right there. Oh, and the blunderbusses have started firing. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I actually want them to fire into these locks. I want them just to shoot this way. Let's see what sort of damage this does. They're shooting really high. Look at how many shots are shooting over the top. I don't know quite why that's the case. Oh, there seems to be a slight hill here. Okay, apparently the slight hill is what's screwing me over. But I think we're about to win this anyway. Yeah, this one's the only one that's got a break. Yeah, if we just recharge into these. In fact, at this point, I don't think I want to do too much more. Because, yeah. There we go, victory. Tifa says, I like this game when they had it for a free weekend. They put some nice work into the story as far as I got. Yeah, Warhammer 3 actually has a very good, like, introductory story thing to it, which is nice, where you get to see someone get corrupted by chaos. Which is one of the coolest parts of the whole story and the lore and stuff. So I do appreciate that. Oh, we're going to get some more shooting into them. Oh, look at them. Oh, as they flee, just being mowed down. Oh, terrible stuff. Let's get some more shots off. Let's do it in the cinematic mode. Just... Oh, slaughtered. You're fighting orcs, right? Why are they so passive? I know, Treasure Hunter! It's crazy. They're being surprisingly tactical and not half as aggressive. Like, even I'm finding it weird. How many of them are going to get up? About a little over half of them. Okay. Doors so small they're shooting way too high. Yeah. Well, decisive victory. Chad says, how are these goblins not yet extinct? There's a lot of them. Like, I want to point out, this is a tiny army they have, just a basic garrison, and there's over 1,000 of them. Like, the main thing Greenskins have going for them is their numbers. There are just so many. It's ridiculous. They're overcompensating. Oh dear. Oh, I got a magic item, which is a bit of a boring one, but I'll take it. Ah, and here's the thing. So you can sack and raise a settlement. Sack is get a bit of money and damage a settlement. Raise is completely destroy it. And then occupy, you get it as either an outpost, which makes raw materials, or as a factory, which makes armaments. I'm going to get a factory this time, just so I get a bit more armaments going up, because I'd like to have some of those to play around with in a short while. And yeah, this fort has hobgoblin recruitment. That's quite good, because okay, come on, there we go. I'm guessing that I can actually recruit another one, but you'll see here there's unit capacity for Chaos Dwarf units. And yep, the Hellforge shows you here that all of these different units, basically all of the Elite Chaos Dwarf stuff, you need to pay armaments in order to recruit more of them to increase the capacity. Like, Chaos Dwarves are really quite intricate and I love it. But that's quite good overall. We now have 3/4 of a province. We'll need to take this next turn, which, is a 14 stack army. Mostly basic stuff though, so shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I think what I'm going to focus on is building this up a bit. Okay, I can't get that yet. That's quite a way as well. Way. Let's build up some defences there. How much does it cost? 4 grand to upgrade you. Yeah, these places are a bit pricey. I also know gold's a bit low. So I'm actually going to put you as gold and put some skill points up. Are there any objective reasons to raise the cities outside multiplayer? Yeah, sometimes. I mean, you'll see here suitable climate. Chaos Dwarves can settle everywhere, and everywhere shows up as green for them. But some climates will show up as red, which means it's unsuitable, where you get basically a bunch of debuffs for settling there, so sometimes you just want to raise it instead. Somewhere over this way, we can't see it because of the whole fog of war, but somewhere over here, I can't actually remember exactly where. Oh, it's further north, a lot further south than I thought. But yeah, somewhere over this way, there is cafe, and it'll be somewhere up here, I think, maybe? Yeah, there's a big wall. Is it here? Yeah, this wall, essentially the Great Wall of China, because Warhammer's based on stuff. But this recently I've gone through and raised it, because Cathay gets really good buildings here, but every other race gets trash, so I just raise it and let other people take it. Like, there are reasons to raise. For the Chaos Dwarves as well, you get a bunch of raw materials, which can be handy if you need them in a pinch. And your settlements get their own garrisons, and can come under attack, and garrisons typically start as pretty terrible. So you'll see here, we can actually see my garrison. I have 10, 20... Yeah, I've got, like, barely anything in these, so if I had to leave it right away, each of these units would just get destroyed, because they're stupidly weak at the start and just not cut out for anything, honestly. I'm also going to actually build this up, seeing as I've got... No, recruitment. Skill points, recruitment. Gotta get this the right way around. Okay, Route Marcher is a bit of campaign movement range, always good. And trading, yeah, makes our troops level up faster, because your troops get levels. And at the levels, they get bonuses to their relevant stats. So I'm going to recruit some more stuff. I'm going to get a Chaos Dwarf unit, because I can get one more of these. And I think I'm actually going to go for a couple of Hobgoblin Archers, because I love me ranged units. And then Research, because you get Research as well. And yeah, Stronghold Syndrome makes Labourers and Hobgoblins better, so all of these units get a bit cheaper to keep in your army and have better attack. There's also a boost to Chaos Dwarf. Chaos Dwarves have like 3 separate skill trees for their research, with like some really cool stuff. That's just so much research. So much, it's ridiculous. Oh, actually, no. Labour's a big problem I found in my playtesting. Let's get Labour up first. Okay, then in the turn. Do you need to conquer the whole map, or is there a specific objective? I'll show you the objectives at the start of the next turn. In Immortal Empires, which is more of a sandbox, there is something called... Oh yeah, you need more labour. Okay. Cool. So down here we have victory conditions. So there is the campaign victory, which is construct the high-powered drill assembly line, claim and use 4 ancestor relics, win the final battle. So that's like the whole narrative thing, which involves building this building up to the top, and all of that. There is also domination campaign victory, which requires me to destroy these 5 factions and maintain control of 50 provinces. So a province is like this thing, where it's multiple settlements all grouped together. So if I have 50 of these, nice, I win. In the Immortal Empires, there is also... Oh god, you're such a big army. Do we fight this now? I mean, we've done pretty well so far. Yeah, let's wipe these orcs out, I guess. Don't tell me. This could go horribly wrong. What do I have? No, I've got nothing in the manufactory. I could spend armaments there, but then I wouldn't have anything. Yeah, I'm just going to have to fight it. Yeah. Screw it. Let's just charge in blindly. Yeah, there is an objective to conquer the whole map in the Immortal Empires thing. But, it's... I think it's like high 200s, low 300 settlements, and it's the ultimate campaign victory, which is just conquer the whole world, but it's very rare to see people do that. Tifa says, unrelated, I completed a Discworld sub-series yesterday. Yeah, Discworld. So I can actually read the books in the correct order now, and finally understand some background besides liking it anyway. That's good. Discworld does a very good job of, like, sprinkling in background elements. Like, it's always nice to see sand vines just appear out of nowhere, or cut my own fruit dibbler, all that stuff. I did not realise going into this was going to be a settlement battle, but this is a settlement battle, which means the greenskins are defending, like, their own place, rather than charging out into the open field to fight me. So, if we look, this is a very basic greenskin settlement, which, as you can see, they've built some bridges. They got a little hut here. Look at that, a little hut with an icon and a something. Big old cauldron pot thing with, oh, some burning rocks and half a tree clipping into it. Yeah, a little greenskin settlement here. Lovely, lovely stuff going on with it. Can you build a new settlement? You can only, like, take settlements that already exist on the map and then you build them up. Oh, Chaz downloading Octopath Traveler 2 demo on Switch. Nice. I had quite a bit of fun with the demo of that. I did actually just uninstall the demo, but that's because I know I'm just not going to have time to go back to it before good old Redfall launches. Alright, so what we need to do here is either wipe everyone else out or take supply locations. And... okay. What I'm going to do is group everything together, because that's always the best thing to start with. I'm going to use these 3 who are a bit faster to try and take, like, side points and stuff. And then use my labourers and whatnot to absorb fire, because that's kind of what they're there for. And survive. There's also 2 things which are Contempt and Malign Authority, which means basically if a Chaos Dwarf unit is in close-ish range to a Labourer unit, the Labourer unit gets better leadership, and it's all because the Labourer unit is scared of getting, like, beaten up or whatever, which is lovely. Alright, let's do this like that. You guys... go that way? Yeah, and let's pull you back a little... no, what? There we go. Like that, so I can once again get my blunderbusses up at the front, and hopefully they'll do something useful this time. I want us to have my bull centaurs, there we go, over here, and then my hero over here, and Astragoth. I want to split up his forces a little bit. Yeah, over here. I'm going to try and capture all things at once. So it's a hybrid between Civilization and Might and Magic. Possibly! I've not played Might and Magic. Tifa says, feel free to recommend good Switch games to me since I totally don't have enough games yet. Oh dear, okay, there's a lot of them this way. Okay, let's actually pause the battle. My spreading out strategy might not have worked perfectly. But you know what? I think I've got a bit more mobility with the things I've spread out. And okay, some of this is not too tough. There's only one orc boy there. Yeah. You can leave the archers alone for a bit and just come down this way. Then you lot can push up there. You lot can push up there. Okay. Is everyone moving? Everyone's moving. I regret buying vegan chickens. Tifa dinos that neither taste nor look like chicken and are eatable when you drown them in ketchup. That's a shame. I know some vegan stuff people are like, that's really good and like surprisingly great, but there's still a lot of the stuff which is like, oh god, that tastes awful. Right, let's get a beautiful charge in here. Oh, it's an uphill charge, that's not good. My poor guy struggling up the hill. Still, charges straight through, knocks these lot about. You know what, you actually charge quite through them in your charge, so I'm just gonna, yeah, have him walk away. Because these orcs are a lot slower than I am. So I'm just gonna, yeah, get on there and, oh blast, I'm already getting shot. Okay, blunderbusses, over this way so you can shoot. Astragoth, yay, you're already in there, good stuff. Okay, you lot get in that way. You get a few more shots. Yeah, my guys are actually doing decent damage to this lot. I'm quite happy with that. But I do need them to move up as well. So let's, yeah, move up that way. Blunderbusses, perfect. Just decimating their range, lovely. You have gameplay like catching and building up settlements like in Might and Magic, but have sandbox objectives of civilization. Oh, cool. These goblin archers, yeah, absolutely destroyed by that. Oh, lovely stuff. Yeah, these lot have destroyed them. Let's have you move up that way. And yeah, I'm just doing a sneaky little side cab. Because these guys are so slow. Oh, they've even given up. Yeah, they just can't quite manage to take that, can they? Poor things. Perfect. Let's have you all go that way. You lot push up a little bit further. How are we doing here? You guys are... Oh, okay, I need to move you... Let's move you to the back objective. Then, okay, you're not doing great, but you're a labourer unit. You're not going to do great. I think I need to, yeah, push these up further. And then you lot... Probably need to push up here, honestly. Yeah, let's have you lot move up that way. More of them are rallying, but it's fine. Just if you're stupidly huge and epic, then there's the Xenoblade games, Metro Prime remake. If you already don't have Nier Automata, I recommend it. I will also recommend Nier Automata. It's really good. It's really, really, really good. Oh god. Oh god. No. 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 Oh, there's labourer. My poor little goblins here are going to get torn to shreds. Oh dear. Okay. This hasn't gone too well. Oh no, why aren't you shooting at anything? Why are you just getting shot? Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, you lot move up this way as well. You lot are moving up there. Cool, 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 cool. And then, perfect, yeah. You lot just shoot these ones. Make sure they're all gone. Cool, 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 cool. This is going fine. Save the goblins as Tifa. I'm afraid the goblins are gonna get... Actually, the goblins are doing... My goblins are doing fine this time. The enemy goblins aren't. But I don't want them to, so that's all good for me. Lovely. Let's just have you charge into them. Almost taken this objective, which will break some of their towers, because the enemies have been building towers which are constantly shooting at me. But in just a second, this tower should get destroyed, because once I capture this, they lose all the things they've got connected to it. So, come on. Any second now. It'll go from max thing to completely dead. Let's... There we go. Destroyed. Lovely stuff. And you lot go over this way as well. Okay, perfect. You can move up. You lot move this way, because apparently they've put all their army there. What labour units do in battle? Can they build stuff? No, no, no. There's no building or anything like that. Not in battles, at least. They just fight. They're just not very good, but they're cheap to recruit and cheap to kind of keep in your army. Which is the big advantage of having them. Let's move you up that way. You lot are just getting shot. That's not good. Stop getting shot. I don't want you to get shot. Alright, we've also captured this place, which I believe... If we just keep it long enough, do we win? Is that how it works? No, I know there's some kind of... Oh, it's in the main big big settlement battles, there's that sort of mechanic. Not in this one. Okay, you lot charge out that way. We got a decent stranglehold on all this, actually. Let's have... Oh, and these lot are starting to flee and, yeah, get real bad broken. I want to push up this way and also shoot them a bit. Oh no, what are you... Oh, you're just fighting those. That's fine. Okay, you move up that way. You lot... I think it's time to start pushing this way, but I'm not sure how we get down here. Maybe they'll work it out on their own. That's what I'm gonna hope. Why are you walking? Oh, because you've stopped. That's why. Okay, you move up over there. You push in over here. Hopefully we'll find it. Tifa says, yeah, I also tried a broccoli burger thing that didn't even taste like broccoli, which would have made me happy. Oh dear. Okay, you lot... Oh, these lot are getting absolutely shafted. Let's move you along. Yeah, my poor hobgoblin archers here obviously aren't very tough. These guys. So many of them dead as I just forgot to micro them. They're just gonna kind of run through. They'll be fine. Spare cannon meat. Yeah, cannon fodder. Shouldn't they be more precious? Are they related to production settlements? No, they shouldn't be precious. They're literally slave labourers. They are about as inconsequential to the Chaos Dwarves as is possible. What? What the... No, I told them to go over this way, and this is how they're going around. This does not feel like the optimal route. Maybe it is. Maybe this is secretly the optimal route, but boy, this does not feel like a good way to go about it. To be fair, I don't see an easy way to get through here. That's being built up. Okay. You lot are fighting them. Cool, 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 cool. God, yeah, it's such a long route round to get anywhere on this map. And they've all hidden over here, so I have to go through all of them. Okay, let's actually pull you guys back. And 1, 2, 7. So you lot just go together and crush through these orcs. Yeah, the little greenskins for this faction are just labourers. Obviously, if you're playing as the greenskins, you get good quality versions of them. But for these lot, these are like captured troops who have been forced to fight. They're not going to be the best, you know. I'm also not using my magic. I've got tons of magic and I'm just not using it right now. Which is not smart of me. God, my troops are so slow. Alright, how are you lot doing? See, these lot are going round. That's slowly getting there, I guess. How do I have to push up this way, I think? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna move everyone up like this. Slow yet steady. Let's make sure these lot are gonna stay put by shooting a... what's it called? A burning wrath spell at them. Which hopefully is gonna cause a fair few of them to get burnt up. It catches about one guy and sends him flying. Good enough. Alright, let's hit fast forward because this is going to take a while. They've literally only got one, like, tiny little hideout here, but the map is constructed in such a way that it's so difficult for me to get anywhere. So slow. Oh! Another unit! Just showed up out of nowhere. Why are you just getting shot and doing nothing useful? Just shoot the tower. Shoot the tower, maybe you'll destroy it. Okay, these Arab boys. And go fight them. There we go. Burn a few of them. Oh, even burn the building a little bit. That's nice. Getting shot as well. My troops are getting shot so much from these towers. Like, there's nothing even good left on the field. But the enemy's just so tough. Okay, we should be destroying this tower, which is important. So yeah, that's one less thing for us to deal with. Good, good. Then why are you just staying put? You guys need to actually fight the people in front of you. Okay. You come up that way. Just kill their lord. Are the goblins also slaves or mercs? Slaves. Yeah, there are mercenaries in this game. They are ogres that you'll run across. Ogre mercenaries who are quite cool. But I'll not be fighting them here. Okay, just send everything up. My troops need to be faster. Okay, the Orc Lord is about to be killed, which should give their army a big old leadership debuff. Just need my troops to actually hit him. There we go, just a little bit more. Perfect, he is shattered. I'm actually going to send you that way. Perfect. Enemy Lord is dead. We're just going to hurt all of these lot in the leadership department, which is the little white line under there. If I hover over it, it's... yeah, they get minus 16 leadership once their Lord dies, which is pretty great. Why are you in melee? Where did these goblins come from? And what are you doing all the way over there? God, you're so slow. Just... oh, okay, the pathing I think isn't very good on this, but we're about to win the battle, so it's fine. It's all perfectly fine. And I just hit a tree. Okay. That is totally the battle one. Come on, game. Just let me win this battle. Come on, we've clearly won this. Give up Creedskins already. Look, I'm about to capture this objective as well. There we go, I've captured all the objectives. Is that good enough? There we go, victory. Thank you. Ah, close victory. Yeah, that didn't go too well at the end there. Centaurs are awfully slow despite being horses. Yeah, they're really heavy, I think is the thing. But 420 kills on them. That's the thing, they're one of the slowest like cavalry-style units in the game. But they deal massive damage. Good job. Thank you, Tifa. It did not go perfectly, but it went well enough. Yeah, we see there, and we get the extra ones. And we get a little bit of labour, some treasury, and experience. And we're taking the settlement, aren't we? Yeah. So, we've got a factory, an outpost. Let's get another outpost, because raw materials are very important. There we go. An item I got from that, and you get little province commandments, so you can make like certain things better, so we can get more armaments and more gold, better recruitment, or construction, which I think I'm going to go for, and I'm not going to construct any buildings this turn, instead I'll construct some next turn. And do I want to get... okay, I'm going to do a bit more recruiting as well. Heavy cavalry to the rescue, yeah. Like, they might take their time in getting there, but once they get there, they're really good. Okay, I'm going to get this skill, which gives me more gold and labour from battles, which is going to be very handy. And this guy is going to get more health, and more speed is tempting. Yeah, screw it, let's get more speed. Cool, and we can ignore upgrading buildings for now. Let's just end the turn. I'm good as long as you make it through. Yeah. As long as I don't lose the battle, it's okay. That one could have gone a lot smoother if it wasn't for... oh man, there's only 123 factions in this, like, mode of the game. In, like, the main mode, there's over 300. So I'm used to end turns taking a while. Chaz says, Tifa, if you get a Nintendo Online subscription, $20 for a year, you can play NES, SNES, and Game Boy games. That's cool. Expansion pack, $50 for 1 year. Gives N64 games. Both enable online play. Alrighty, so we have our little settlement thingy here, and is this... oh cool, I can build a goat pasture, which actually doesn't help me a ton. So I don't know if we'll get that done. But let's upgrade this and also build the, yeah, raw materials thing. So, okay, we've only got one thing. But if we see here, we lose like 42 labourers a turn, because they get worked to death. Turns out slave labour isn't the best working conditions. Who'd have thought it? But that does mean we're going to need more labourers as well. So how about we head over this way? This seems all fine to me. I'm going to go into ambush stance so the enemy can't see me approaching. I'm also going to stay within my own province, because when you're in your own province, you get a bit of replenishment. Jeez, my hobgoblin arch just got decimated. Ooh, that's not great. I can build these up as well. These require, yeah, raw materials are required for some of the buildings. So I could build this one up with materials. What bonuses does it give me? Oh, for the local province, actually. Screw it, yeah, let's spend them. And then military, I wanted to make my labourers a bit cheaper and better melee attack for all goblinoids. Cool. Chat got the $20 thing. Nice. I do quite like subscription services. Like, I'm big into Game Pass. I've played Vampire Survivors on it recently and had a lot of fun with that. It's a game that I probably wouldn't have bought on my own. As long as they're reasonably priced, they can be real good. Treasure hunters, are they starving or work to death? Are there any upgrades to alleviate that? In research, there might be. What will it be? Industry. Yeah, they're probably work to death. Yeah, so workload requirements for raw materials minus 10% would do that. Yeah, not all captives have equal worth as labourers, but it takes experience to tell them who's worth shackling and where to send them. I think there's maybe some other ones. Any method to reap more advantage from labour than just the commodities they told to provide should be undertaken without hesitation. As extended shifts, such things would cost a small fortune in overtime if indeed the Dawi-Zharr were paying their labourers instead of exploiting them with menaces. Yeah, there's they're a real evil faction we're playing as. There's nice things here. Since goblins and their ilk are notably weaker than their larger orcish cousins, it makes sense to assign the heavy-duty tasks to them, which in turn keeps workplace incidents down. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. The Chaos Dwarfs are very evil. I don't know if I've said that already, but yeah, they're very evil. We should be fighting some Skaven now, which, as I recall, do not exist. This is something 40k doesn't have in any sense, is, yep, let's declare war against them. Oh my god, we're strength rank 2. Okay, this is very different from Immortal Empires. Strength rank is, yeah, your faction's total strength compared to everything else. In Immortal Empires, you're typically, like, doing terribly. But yeah, we'll just go to war with these Skaven. And these are rats the size of men. So, is this going to be another settlement battle? No, it's not. Perfect. Someone's got to save the goblins, geez, dwarves. Yeah. I mean, the Greenskins are, like, a bad faction, because they just kind of fight everyone, are very kind of antagonistic and stuff. But the Chaos Dwarves are part of Chaos, which is, like, the most evil of the whole thing. So, yeah. Chaos is there to, like, end the world and stuff. Much like in 40k. So, yeah, it's just levels of evil, you know? Tifa almost forgot the Guardian Tales. Great free-to-play game. You don't need an online subscription. That sounds very good. Okay, gonna group my units a bit differently this time. There we go. We've got some slingers here. I think, yeah, on one side I want to do like a cavalry push, and on the other side I want to do an infantry push. So I'm going to have my labourer units up front to absorb the fire. And I'm going to put the blunderbusses right behind them. Because the blunderbusses keep getting, like, attacked a bit, which isn't great. But actually going to have my Chaos Dwarves more in the centre where there's going to be less missile fire. And the Hobgoblin Archers behind them to provide supporting fire. And then on this side, I'm going to have, yeah, the Bull Centaurs, the Hero, and old speedy Mechanical Iron Legs. I've also got these lot who are sneaky gits, who have Stalk, which means, yeah, the enemy won't see them until they're really close. So I kind of want to push these guys. I think I'm going to push them up here and just have them on the hillside, and then if the enemy approaches, I'm going to charge him from the flank. Guys, I have a half a goblin sticker. Each head. Treasure Hunter says, about only flavour text and other factions have the same upgrades but with nicer flavour text, or are they really that evil? They're really that evil. I mean, it is flavour text, I guess. It depends how you're defining it, I really don't know. But other factions have different research. Research boosts your faction in various ways, I guess. Okay, the Skaven here are moving forward a bit. See, that's kind of nice. Push our armies forward. Yeah, I mean, we do get bonuses from the research, but there's also flavour text on top of it. Okay, I see what they're doing. trying to form a bit of a curved line in order to have everything kind of manage at once. You know what, I'm going to just move them like this, and we get some range. Explanation text on research perks. I mean, it tells you what they do as well. The flavour text was the kind of grey part. Okay, well, our cavalry force did not take much of the enemy. Oh, and my guys have missile units which they've started firing. And the enemy have... Yep. Cool, cool, cool. They've used an army ability to spawn in some extra stuff. That's not so good. But these lot have started firing. These lot are all firing. Ooh, there seems to be a bit of a gap here. That's not good. Oh no, the Skaven have found a gap in my lines. There's a gap in the formation. That's really not too good. Oh, cursed Skaven. Skaven are very, like, fast and sneaky and tricksy. Okay. Okay, you lot. Cool, we can shoot into them. Blunderbusses. Okay, the blunderbusses are doing a good job just, like, slaughtering these lot. And these lot... Okay, they're doing okay. Try and have these lot push out this way. You lot go here. You can actually blast into them first. I don't like how he completely stops while casting the spell, but it works. Okay, you lot charge this way. Skaven literally come out of the ground to attack you, which is fun. Okay, you lot are perfect, burning them down. Oh, the Skaven are just getting decimated. Skaven are not strong. They're really not strong. Okay. There's labourers here. Not doing great, but I also don't expect them to. Where are you lot going? Oh, I sent you after those lot. That's what's going on there. Okay, you go back around that way. You lot travel over there. You and you form back up. And yeah, my fast units can chase down the Skaven. The Skaven have, yeah, base speed of like 42. My cavalry's 62. And my infantry units are like high or mid 30s at best, generally high 20s. Really? Again? Okay, you lot push back. Yeah, Skaven literally have clown rats who just come out of the ground, which is far from ideal. Okay, push the Orc labourers back. Excellent, you lot have done that. Good job. Cool. That should be the battle pretty much won. Yeah, just shooting for all of them. You lot shoot into them. And that's it. A researching points universal to all trees are specific. There are some things you'll see in all. How is this unit still alive? Come on, there we go. Skaven slaves just hanging about for no reason. Yeah, let's end that battle. I'll go into the research tree in just a second and try and find some examples. Because you'll get a lot of effects which are shared between like all factions in some way, but there'll be specific things for them. Yay, you Tifa. Okay. There we go. Oh, we've got a fancy sword. Oh, the Tormentor sword's great. So as you can see there, it says cannot move. You activate an ability, and everything around, all enemies around you can't move anymore. Brilliant. Let's have another outpost. I'm using those pretty fast. So, oh nope, don't need to go into the big overmap. So if I look at the research, I think in sorcery, yes, the tallest towers here are something which says control +1. So if you look at settlements, they have this thing, which is your control. If it drops to -100, a new army spawns in, which is an army of rebels, which have decided they hate everything so much that they're going to beat you up. If we look down here, there's different effects. Ooh. Yeah, so you lose more labour at low thingy, you lose less labour at high thingy. So yeah, you get different bonuses for control being high and different debuffs for control being low. So that research helps with that, but a control boost is something you'd see across all factions. For a specific, like, Chaos Dwarf one, like the Labour one, is the Labour gain post-battle and workload requirement. That's just Chaos Dwarves. No other factions have Labour and workload. The Superglue Sword, essentially. Do you have prisoners of war? Do you get them? Can you use them? I mean, the end battle screen we get when fighting armies lets us know what we do with captives, which is the thing I showed in an earlier battle. So yeah, essentially yes, we've already had that. What I want to do here is... Okay, so what I have is currently, yeah, a province with tons of workload, which is workers being sent there. I can select this to give some labourers to this place, but I don't need any yet. Thing is, if I build up a strip mine, I'll get more raw materials. It's going to be 200. I wanted 300 workload. So what I'm going to do is start building that, and that's going to take 2 turns to build. And I'm going to select yes for intake, so hopefully we can get a few labourers in here when we next do a battle. I can only recruit basic things here. Do I want to do a couple of turns of recruitment while sat here before going after more of a Skaven? Or do I just want to chill? I'm not sure. There's also these which are all the character skills. Like the blue line is for campaign buffs, as they call it. So stuff like less likely to get ambushed, or more money from fighting battles, or better recruiting of armies. The red tree here improves specific units within your armies. So this one gives leadership and melee defense to all of these, which makes them harder to hit and less likely to run away. This one gives extra range and ammunition for some machines. This one is charge bonus, which is how much damage you do when you first charge into attack, and weapon strength, which is your overall damage. There's also the yellow line, which is all about making your character a bit stronger, so better at hitting enemies, dealing more damage, fancy ability. There's this line, which is magic, so all the spells I've been casting, you get some really good ones at the end, like Flamestorm. Do you get right-click to view in the unit spell browser? Yeah. Click. Here we go. Flamestorm here, which, yeah, does this. Which is pretty cool. So you have a steady stream of slaves to refill your army. That's a lot of research. Oh yeah, Chaos Dwarves have a lot of research. Yeah, you do need to like keep on fighting to basically get slaves and labourers for your thing. Legendary Lords also have specific fancy skills to them. So this one gives me more heroes. This one gives my diplomatic relationships, which we need to go through. This one makes a spell a lot cheaper to cast. There's a lot of stuff. Like, I will not be able to go over everything. And here we have Diplomacy, where we can see all the other factions. So we've got Chaos Dwarves, Greenskins, Norska, who are like men who worship chaos. We got the Ogres, we got Skaven, who we just fought, and Vampire Counts. There's also this cool quick deal thing, where you can go through and see your chances of succeeding. And a chance needs to be 0 or higher to work. So I could get peace with the faction, and they'd be willing to pay me almost 2 grand for peace. But I don't want that. I actually want to wipe them out, because I want their settlements. You can also see which factions like you the most. So the Servants of the Conclave here, who it also tells you stuff about them here. So this is a Sentinel faction, means they don't go out and attack. We see the Gormandy tribe, they're a raider, so they'll send like small armies around just to get a bit of resources. Oh, they're also a vassal. So they've been, vassalized, which is a whole other thing we've not got into at all. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff. So much stuff, it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. The magic gets unlocked for the selected hero? Yeah. So specific heroes and lords have access to certain spells, and you have to unlock them as you go by. This character, oh hey, I just got a mission completed, so construct a building from the mine chain and outpost settlement to produce raw materials. The plundered riches of the earth must find their way onto your stockpiles, so to this end you must drill, dig and delve deep into the rock, filth to pursuit of the treasures that lie below. No landscape shall be spared. And yet raw materials, income generated by mines and outposts. Cool, so I just got some money and labour for completing that mission. Oh, and convoys are available. Yeah, so convoys are one of the coolest things I love. Cafe has them as well, but I think Chaos Dwarves do them a little bit better. And we've got a mission to build up 700 raw materials. I should be able to do that if I just keep it building up for a couple of turns. And complete a trade convoy. Cool. Okay, a lot of missions. Oh, so many missions, and my research got done. Oh, I'm just getting missions upon missions. I'm going to click on the military convoy. But here we have, there's different places you can go to. And if I create a convoy, who have I got here? You or you? Let's go with you. You've got some different stuff. So I need to hire this convoy master, which is going to cost me a bit of gold. And then I could send him to the Haunted Forest, which would take 3 turns, and I get some labourers in exchange for armaments. Although I only have 130 armaments, you can't see that because my webcam's in the way. I've got over 4 grand gold though, so if I look around, yeah, this place wants gold, and they're willing to give raw material in exchange. Up here we've got gold for labourers, armaments for labourers, gold for labourers. A lot of these are, yeah, the further away it is, the longer it takes. So there's 11 turns to travel here, and while that's more materials per gold, it's a lot. So I think I might go to Castle Drakenhof, and I'm going to boost up to 1,000 gold I'll be sending, and I'll get a little over 300 raw materials. That's going to take me 5 turns. Treasure on to smaller dots, small settlements and bigger capitals. In this, I think these are, all of the dots on this particular map shows settlements that we'll be going past. But that's not too much to worry about. You do get this little thing where it's going to tell me how long that's going to take. On the map itself, just all of these with names are settlements. And typically the one on the left with the capital symbol, this is a big settlement, and the other ones are small ones. With Chaos Dwarves you can mess around with that a bit. But yeah, big settlements have more slots for building, and small ones only have 4 slots. So, Uzkalak here has all of these different buildings, of which I can build 4, 5, 6, 7. The pink ones are landmark buildings, which are unique to that specific location. This is a resource building, which means, oh hey, there's iron here, you can build a special building there. Then you've got your basic military, which is red, your advanced military, which is blue, your infrastructure, which gives you, like, gold, resources, special bonuses, like conclave influence and diplomatic relationship and whatever, and then defense, which is making a better garrison or giving buffs. Oh, this map seems even bigger now as the Treasure Hunter. This map is just the Total War Warhammer 3 map, which goes from down here to up here to over here to down here, and what we've uncovered so far is this section, which we can see includes all of this area we've not properly been to, and in fact we've only actually been here. This is the journey we've done in this video. The Immortal Empires map is huge. This is a corner of the Immortal Empires map, which also has a bunch of land down here, bunch of land over here, bunch of land over here, bunch of land over here. I can't even scroll far enough away. Immortal Empires is huge, because it is literally 3 games in one. Anna says, food shopping ideas for... Oh, let's get more charge bonus. For breakfast, lunch and dinner, throw them at me. Throwing to chat, Sarge is busy, but we are food shopping. Yes. What food should Anna get? Suggestions must be left. Okay, I'm going to once again ambush so they don't see me coming until it's too late. Ha ha ha. Oh, they've got an army showing up here. Actual chicken died in nuggets, says Tifa. Not vegan, don't make that mistake. I'd say, how much freezer space have you got? Because last time I was over, I know that was a problem. Okay, so as well as... A cool thing about the Skaven is, if we look on other settlements, we can see, like, the level of control, the income they've got, and their garrison. We can also see some of their buildings. With the Skaven, though, even though I'm really close, you can't see them, because the Skaven don't build above land, they build below land. So to represent that within this game, you can't see the garrison, you can't see if it's just a standard ruin, which, yeah, it's claiming to be. This settlement can be colonised or search ruin province capital, it's not a ruin. So yeah, that's a cool little thing. Is this a country equivalent of turkey dinosaurs, as Tifa? Could be, I didn't know chicken wasn't as popular as well. Chicken's very popular. I feel like we just have normal chicken nuggets generally, though. So there's starved wolves for a bit of speed and charge bonus on my wolf riders. Or I could make my chaos dwarves a bit better with the call to war. Get some extra control, or industry's always good, to be fair. But you know what, I think I'm going to go military and make my chaos dwarves better. So they get a little bit better at blocking attacks, and a little bit better at not running away like cowards. Sounds good to me. Chicken ears, I don't know why turkey dinosaurs become such a known thing. Well, that's fair. I mean, turkey's nice. Oh, look at these sneaky gits. Okay, so they've just pushed into there. Oh! Okay, so my caravan convoy thing has had its first encounter, and this is what makes them so cool. So we've encountered ogre mercenaries. The strength of an ogre is unmatched anywhere. At least that's what this group of Rotund mercenaries assured us when offering to guard our trade convoy on its route. Though the might of the Dawi-Zharr, which is Chaos Dwarfs, no doubt puts their claim to shame, the extra muscle wouldn't go amiss. Ogre services, however, certainly would not come free of charge. So if I pay 1,000 gold, I get some ogre man-eaters with iron fists, which I think are like a rough shield. But it does cost £1,000, or I could just tell them to get lost. Oh, that's lovely. You are a strong, independent Chaos Dwarf who needs no ogre. Or, who are we to leave these poor ogre mercenaries without work? Times are hard after all. Yeah, let's be good. And £1,000 for mercenaries in this army is not bad at all, because we've only got, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, which isn't a great number. So let's get some ogres, because there'll no doubt be a combat along the way. And, oh, I need to claim a seat in the Tower of Zharr. Oh, so the Tower of Zharr has unlocked. So this is something super unique for the Chaos Dwarves. Super unique. So the Tower of Zharr is this thing, which we can go up and down. And you claim seats in it, and seats give different bonuses. So this is raw materials, which is actually what I'm going to go for. It's casualty replenishment, so your armies heal up faster. Random items, upgrade, reduce cost, extra magic. Like, so many different things. I'm actually going to get Machinator. Machines may not work harder under the Master's Whip, but those who operate them will. Lovely. So this is an extra 100 raw materials a turn and raw material output. So I use Conclave Influence, which is another thing for that. And boom, my flag goes up there. I've now got this. And once this is filled with myself and other Chaos Dwarf factions, we all get these bonuses up top, which is very cool. Treasure says, wait, do you get skill points or do you just pick available topics? I'm not sure what you mean by topics, but you do get skill points. If we look, that's the thing I went through earlier. There's this, which is skills, which, yeah, all of these, you get skill points when you fight battles and level up your character. Tifa says, there's not much turkey here. Curry and rice is always appreciated. Some veggies, maybe a wrap. Chocolate ice cream as dessert, please, or cookies. That does sound good. I'm probably going to have a sausage roll after this stream. Yeah. But yeah, all of these are skills you can unlock. I think the level cap now is 50. So you essentially get 49 perk points to spend, which doesn't cover everything, but gives you a good amount of stuff. Alana coming with desserts. Yeah. Okay. Now, problem is I know there's a huge army back here. At last. So where are the other places? Around there. I'm tempted to go off to Seep Gorge instead. I don't want to leave this place completely undefended, but I might just have to. And what we can do is the underways, which lets us, rather than walking, we just jump onto the mountain, which is quite cool, which should mean we can attack that next turn. Or you can come around to your sister's to get fed some actual food. I'm fine with that. I have no plans after the stream. If you want to feed me, I am not going to stop you. Oh no! My efficiency is down to 66%. Okay, so here's the problem. I had intake coming into this place, and I only need 400 workers, and I've got over 800, but I need 300 here, and only have 95. What I can do is move them around like this. However, it costs me a bit of gold, but that would then put my efficiency back to 100%. So I'm going to do that. It will cost me 600. Do you want to confirm? Yes. And now my efficiency is back up, but it cost me some gold to move the workers around. And I really need to fight a battle next turn, because how much do they lose? I'll lose 300 a turn for that. Okay, that's yeah. So this province here has this thing, which is 100 in workload, and this, which is 300 workload? That's 400. Okay, we're losing a lot of, like, workers to the mines. Skill points for your character, and you just pick available research text. Yeah, research is a separate thing to skill points. Research is faction-wide, whereas skill points are for that one specific character. Work are more like unpaid. They're interns. Oh, why didn't I think to call them that? You can actually rename them. So let's just rename these unpaid interns. There we go. So these orcs now are, as you see on the little tooltip there, the unpaid interns. And this is work experience group 1. Let's rename these work experience group 2. Lovely. So we got our work experience and our unpaid interns. Tifa says I need out of my life full. Oh, that's brilliant. That's what Sarah just said. Excellent. Yeah, we got unpaid interns and work experience. Being able to rename them is one of the coolest things. You can't rename legendary lords, but you can rename everyone else. So I think the Ball Center got a name like Natally or something. It'd be in your life, Tifa. It's just through Discord and streams. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone has suggestions for like alternate names, let me know, and I'll rename some of the units. One of the YouTubes I watch, Lionheart, renames like all of the units in his main army of the campaign, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we've got another, like, convoys with Chaos Dwarves get encounters like every turn, which I love. So without warning, a chasm in the earth spontaneously appears in front of a convoy, forming a gaping mouth of razor-sharp teeth. It's the Maw, which is the ogre god, which is really cool. A torrent of whispers floods the heads of the warriors, all repeating the same thing. Feed me, an overwhelming power shall be yours. So, I can destroy my unit of Chaos Dwarf warriors, who, to be fair, are the worst unit in my army, but still are quite good. And in return, for 10 turns, I get a bunch of extra replenishment, leadership, speed, armor piercing damage, and ward save, which is damage against everything, which are powerful buffs, but I don't want to lose my unit. This is the kind of thing where if it gets rid of like a really cheap crappy unit, could be well worth it, especially if you're heading into dangerous territory, but I'd rather just have an extra unit in my army for now. So go around it, best not to meddle in things we do not understand, or you can the urge to throw one of the retinue into the string formation is hard to ignore. No, we're going to ignore it. And a bit more research. We need to find a way to send actual food through the internet. I mean, I've seen... Hey, I got my 700 raw materials. Perfect. I'm at 100% efficiency. Yeah, which is good enough. These guys will keep going for a bit longer. I need to fight another battle. I found that settlement battles don't give you as many labourers as like battles out in the open. So battles out in the open can be very useful. And this is a dream once you could do that, sent through the internet, and it was so real that I was honestly a little heartbroken when I woke up and realised it was a dream. I had 3 horrible nightmares last night. I only remember 2 of them, fortunately. One of them's gone from my mind. One of them, I'm not going to repeat here because it's just kind of disgusting body horror. But I woke up and was like, And the other one either started drafting into a video game or movie script because it was absolutely terrifying to live through, but also really cool as a premise. Alright. I should have paid more attention to what army we've got here. Okay, so let's take a proper look at these Skaven. Oh, quite colourful this time. So we don't feel too bad. These lot are also slaves. Skaven enslave the weaker versions of their own kind, because they're also about as evil as dwarves, to be honest, or as chaos dwarves, I should say. We've got clan rats who have a tiny amount of armour. And, oh, here's their Grey Seer, who... Oh, God, too close, Sarge, too close. I'm not used to the zoom. Yeah, here's their Grey Seer, who's their magic wielder. And I want to point out, this is playing at normal speed. Skaven are very kind of erratic. Oh, yeah, we've got this is a nasty, like, swarm army. There's some, yeah, slaves with slings, lots of clan rats. Pardon me. They've got absolutely nothing elite here, so I'll be able to decimate them. It's just trying to mitigate my losses as I butcher them all. Maybe it's better not to start dream interpretation. Weaker, more like enslaved and over-abused. Yeah. I mean, it starts out with them being weak, and then they just get enslaved, and it's like, well, I wonder why they're not getting any stronger. Like, in Skaven society, you basically have to start out stronger, and I think they literally eat, like, their siblings and stuff, like, after they've been bred, and yeah, they're very disgusting. There's not much to say other than that. They're absolutely horrifying and terrible. Let's actually have you lot. Yeah, you lot over this way, I think. There we go. Let's do it like so. And I think this is the same map, so we should be able to employ the same strategy. So yeah. I think the same strategy will work. Sorry to hear that, Sergeants. Okay. Normal Saturday for Chaos Dwarfs. Yeah. Okay. What I want to do around here is, yeah, draw a few of them this way. Is this a... Okay, this is just a normal forest, so I'm slightly scared they're going to just fight through that. So what I'm actually going to do is try and push up this way a little bit. Yeah, move them like so. You lot do not fire at will. Why is... Everyone's on, like, walking move rather than running move. We need to be running, people. This is literally a war we're fighting right now. Against rats the size of men. Also, if any of you are interested in Warhammer lore, then these books, The Adventures of Gotrek and Felix, which I have 4 omnibuses of. The 4th one's kind of a bit disappointing in my opinion, but the other 3 are really good. Yeah, they're a really good way to learn a bit more about all of it. Oh god, what's going on? They just spawned their army ability behind my super fast troops. That's not sensible. Okay, because yeah, spawned units also disintegrate over time, so they only survive for a short while. Oh, these poor slaves. They're getting destroyed. On Chaos Dwarves, I shouldn't feel sympathy for the slaves. It's not a sensible thing for me to do. Enjoy the silver lining taken here from Tifa. Tifa says the only good thing about nightmares is you're actually super glad to be awake. I would have been more glad if I'd got like more than 4 hours sleep. I actually took like an hour-long nap before this stream. A little while before the stream in order to... Oh, Tormentor Sword. Okay, I've just used the Tormentor Sword, which means he can't get away. And his Lord has run over this way for some reason. So, yeah, I'm just going to attack his weak, puny, like, magic user Lord. Typically, mages are very weak and terrible. So, yeah, I'm totally just going to wreck him there. Oh, yeah, look at that. I may be getting shot by some slings, but that Lord is totally going down. I now need to, yeah, make sure that... Okay, my blunderbusses... Can't even say that are doing okay. Let's not even worry about the countercharge too much. Blunderbusses... Why aren't you shooting? Okay, you are shooting now. Okay, this isn't going too badly. I can work with this. Yeah, I just want the Lord to die, because once the Lord dies, the leadership goes down. And, Skaven leadership is pretty terrible anyway. Like, we're at minus 46. The base leadership of this Lord is 55. My leadership of this Chaos Dwarf unit base is 70. Like, Skaven are absolute cowards. They are not very good at surviving or fighting or anything like that. Okay, who's got more speed? You've got more speed, go after him. Why? I just need the Lord to die. Skaven do get this little effect called Scurry Away, which gives them more speed when they're fleeing. Skaven are, like, complete cowards. It's just part of how they are, which is quite funny. I need to move you lot that way. You lot move there, get Fire at Will back online. Have we killed the Lord yet? How have we not killed this Lord? He's only got like 400... There we go, now he's dead. Now the entire Skaven army is going to be struggling to just survive. Okay, we've got some more missile troops going over that way. You lot are trying to move through there, not doing a great job to be honest, but hey, well enough. Oh. I went down the wrong way. Oh man, we've had like, in the forest here, another summoned unit show up. Which is annoying, because I kind of need these troops to survive. Okay, you charge back that way, you... Don't do anything right now. Why are you lot not forming up ranks properly? Okay, I'm going to need to charge the labourers in. Problem is my army is fairly slow. Okay, I'm going to read the rest of the comments in just a second. I'm actually focusing a bit for a minute. Me focusing during a battle. Terrible stuff. Okay, perfect. Get a bit of a burning effect there. Does the burning reduce the leadership? No, sometimes like burning attacks reduce leadership. And a big thing with Chaos Dwarves is they've got a lot of fire attacks. So yeah, flaming attacks. Just do some extra damage. I think we're... Oh, one of our units has used all its ammo. Oh, that is V's lot. Okay. Yeah, 5. This way. You lot are shooting there. I think we're about to wipe all these out. So that's all fine. Why are you... No, don't chase them. You three instead can go around this way. These lot have, like, good leadership, but are not rallying. What? What's not fled? Okay, this lot hasn't fled. These clan rats and these lot. I don't know quite what's going on here. We've got, like, 2 units which aren't fleeing, and everything else which is just cowering in fear. Okay, I suppose there's a few over this way who are also fighting. Okay, you lot just got shredded. I didn't even see that happen. The enemy's being a lot braver than they normally would be. Here we go. This is army losses, which causes, yeah, a mass rout. Sarah's asked what the character limit is for renaming. I don't know, but we managed to get work experience group 2, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's well over 20. I can say that much for nothing. Okay. Tristan says, I also had scripted dreams. I know this stuff isn't real, but I still act as the script demands. Yeah, I get that. Regular aren't bad, but nightmares are annoying. And it says, oh, I tried that tea first. Struggled to wake up so bad in the morning, though. Is there an adjustment period I should allow and try again? And it says, oh, this is in regards to melatonin. I got gummy things. They say they need 6 hours sleep, which is what I can do. Pills sometimes say 7 hours. Maybe that was a problem. I also checked my other meds and had some interference. Warning, so I didn't do that because I was scared. Alright, so here we've killed the Skaven, which... Yeah, their wizard got nothing. Killed no one. Caught him out brilliantly. They did have a few of their units do pretty well, but that was just butchering into my work experience, who are there for that to happen. I'm actually getting a lot of stuff from the factories now, or from the outposts, so I'm going to build a factory, which, yeah, turns raw materials into armaments, which is good for upgrading my troops. And excellent, more things. Oh, and more labour. Excellent. Because I got a little mission done. And hey, we can actually build more stuff there. Man, I want to upgrade these. But do I have the... Ah, screw it. You know what? Let's upgrade them. You can also, if you have extra labourers, you can rush construction to instantly build stuff rather than waiting a lot of turns. Which is pretty cool. Okay. I think at this point, I'm actually going to get a couple of cutthroats. Just for some more frontline troops, because I'm noticing I've got my flanks like not secured. So that'd be good to have. Let's level up this guy. Sarah typing, group name looks good on the CV. You know what, I'm going to spend a couple of turns recruiting anyway, so let's just get more labourers. Oh, actually that would be 3 more units, is that. Let's get some more goblin labourers as well. Yeah, and we'll do it that way. If we're spending 2 turns, I could get another one of these, so let's get another archer. Okay, in 2 turns we'll be able to do that. Okay. Or do I want more on this? I could get casualty replenishment rate. I'm probably going to need that because my army's getting kind of battered. Yeah, let's do that. Cool, and more research. Always need more research. Hollow rounds. Oh yeah, hollow rounds makes my missiles better. So they fire more often and they do more damage. Let's get that. My voice is starting to go from talking so much. Let's get some water. And some beer to balance it out. Okay. These event things on the side tell you various things. Like, here are... Oh, God. So many wars! This is the smaller game mode. And 1, 2, 3... what's that? That's 7 wars were declared just then. I built a couple of buildings that turn. I obviously recruited a couple of units. I encountered 3 more factions, and my Bull Centaur hero dude just gained another rank. So let's give him training, so my units get more experience, so that, look at that, my work experience group, they are actually getting experience, they're a tiny bit braver, and fractionally better at fighting. Lovely. Oh dear. MD lol. MD. Definitely check for interdependencies with other meds if there are. Make sure to get the hours of sleep they demand. Should definitely both feel better, not worse. Let's see. Okay. I'm looking at our borders for how we get on with other factions. So the ogres don't seem to love us. The Norskins here are fine with us. They probably won't attack. And the vampire counts... Oh god, they hate us. Okay, so it really is over this way we have to worry. Over here... Oh, there's dwarves. Oh, they hate us as well. But this is all friendly. Yeah, these lot actually kind of like us. Okay, this is... Ooh, you lot don't... Man, a lot of people don't like you when you're evil. Is one of the things you notice in this game. But, whatever. Oh, I don't actually have much money, so I'm not sure about building extra stuff. I suppose I've got some materials. So yeah, let's do that to boost up our armaments in a couple of turns. And if I check... I can't get the manufacturer yet. Okay, what I can do, though... Oh, blast. I've only got 100... I need more armaments. Yeah, I've got to give it some more time. Normally you want to build up stuff as soon as you can, but for Chaos Dwarves I found you kind of want to delay it a bit, because you're just so... You're just balancing resources constantly. You've got to keep a real close eye on literally everything that's going on. Treasure says, it's a smaller game mode, does this mean it's also a small map? Yeah, this is the small map. The Immortal Empires map I might show at the very end. It is... You know what, I can show it right now. I can save the game and then just boot back up. It shouldn't take long to load. Pardon me. We got 100% again, nice. Yeah, 100% efficiency just means I'm not wasting any of the labourers. If I load up, so this is turn 43 I'm at. So, actually we can see it here. This is the map for Immortal Empires. This is the map that we're currently in. And I think we're around this section. And this is Immortal Empires, which I will load up to show off. Do regular dwarves use safety measures in workplaces? Yeah, regular dwarves are quite nice in this fantasy world. They're very industrious, but live in the mountains and are getting wiped out by greenskins and chaos and everything, unfortunately. Yeah. Regular dwarves are, like, very honourable. In fact, if a regular dwarf does something which dishonours, like, the clan, then they shave their hair into a mohawk and go out to fight evil creatures until they die, and that's the only way they regain their honour is in death in combat. Oh, let's want to resolve this. There was a battle going on. I'm also riding a lamassu. We don't need to know what that is. But okay, so this is turn 43 and there's 154 factions going on. But you can see some of the map here. Oh, come on. You can see how much slower the end turns are as well. Oh no, but I like Mohawks' teeth. I mean, Slayers are cool. I would show you some Slayers in this, but kind of like the Slayer faction has already been wiped out. Come on, all the various factions. Perfect. Okay. Ooh, nice. Oh, you also get like specific traits and bonuses for defeating other legendary lords, which is one of the things I love most about this game. If we go over this way, so is this it? No, this isn't quite it. Where is it? Would it be up here? Okay, the maps are slightly different, but we were around this sort of area. I think Silver Pinnacle was one of the places we went to. Maybe a little bit over. Oh, so here are regular dwarves. Can we speak to them?
Do not sully my presence any longer than you must.
Yeah, these are the regular dwarves who are reliable, hold grudges. Oh, resource holder and protective, nice. But yeah, we were somewhere around this kind of section. We see like some similar factions. We were like around here. Because here are the people who were helping us out with Zarnagrund, which means we were actually, yeah, Uzkalak. That's the settlement we started at. Yeah, that's where we started, and then we pushed out kind of around this way. The maps are slightly different. But yeah, we pushed around here. And so we were in this section. We then have all of the area over here. The map goes down this way, where there's the little island and stuff. There's this whole thing. There's... Oh, here's one of my convoys who's gone a really long way to the Tomb Kings, who are undead, who live in pyramids. I wonder if can we see the Black Pyramid of Nagash? We can. So this, if you know 40k, this, when the Tomb Kings, like, if they take over, this thing starts levitating, which is very cool. Got the Bretonnians here, like Arthurian Knights. Got all of Lustria, which is another continent. Then above it, you've got, like, the Dreadlands and stuff. You've got Ulfwan, which is this giant island with a vortex in the middle. Well, you've got all of this. You've got the Chaos Wastes up north, which go, yeah, across here. I've actually got 2 convoys on this person. So I've got this lot. Yeah, and you can see Chaos here, including demons, some of which will be familiar from 40k. You've got the land, more Chaos lands, the lands of Kislev and the Empire around here. A lot of it you can't even see. And then if we go back around here, we loop back to where we started. It is huge. Please show local tech tree. I mean, the tech tree is going to be the same because this is another Chaos Dwarf campaign. Like, each race gets their same tech tree, I believe. But yeah, this is the same tech tree for this. You can see... No, you can't. I've not uncovered any of this. You can see, like, different building things. Like, this is a fancy gate, which means it just gets a really good garrison, but no proper benefits. Stuff like that. Trishan says, wow, it's ridiculous. My PC won't handle this. I run it at fairly low graphics, to be fair. Are Chaos factions friendly to each other? I mean, in this campaign, I have got friendly with this faction and this faction. So this faction I'm very friendly with. But if we look... Okay, I'm neutral with this one, who, yeah, don't like the treaties I've got with another. Let's check who hates me the most. Let's find a Chaos faction that doesn't like me. There's a lot of factions, I have to scroll quite a way. And also work out who's Chaos. There we go. So the Legions of Chaos... Okay, they don't like me too much. In general, Chaos is like neutral towards each other, but sometimes they hate each other, sometimes they get on. And the people who like me most are some Chaos factions this time, but I've gone out of my way to get like diplomatic agreements, and I've joined wars just to make them like me more. Because in here you get like a breakdown of all the various things that make a faction like you or dislike you. So the Puppets of Misrule here, like that I've got treaties with them and their vassal. They've got some tolerance towards me for some like research I did, or a tower seat. I've been fighting their enemies, which is giving me a ton of stuff. I've helped them out in battle. I've joined all their wars. They love all of that. And while I am a strategic threat, not a big deal. And this says, me and sleep do not cooperate. It's been an issue a long time. Quite often 1/2 AM sleep time and 7 AM wake up. I make war to find friends. Really, it does work. Like, if I... Let's see, who am I close with? Okay, so the Poxmakers of Nurgle. I cannot get a non-aggression pact. A non-aggression pact is both of you saying, hey, we're not going to fight each other. I can't get a non-aggression pact. It's minus 1.8. However, if I join a war against the Caravan of Blue Roses and the Thunderguts, boom! 10.5. They'd even be willing to pay me nearly $3,000 to join a war and sign a non-aggression pact. It's great stuff. Alright, I'm going to switch back to the other one now. Because we'll do a little bit more of the campaign we're actually on. Okay. And I'll actually show off as well just how many different factions there are in Immortal Empires. Because these are the Empire, which has 4 different lords you can choose from, which show up. One of them's there, one of them's over here, one of them's there, and one of them's up there. And then you have like all of these different factions. You have Beastmen, who are like monstrous things like minotaurs and stuff, and they show up all over the world again. You've got like Bretonia I mentioned, who are like very noble kind of things, even though they treat their peasants pretty terribly as well, to be fair. You've got, there we go, the regular dwarves, who are very much about their grudges and upholding honour and just being decent folk and whatever, including the Slayer King, kills a big dragon. But they show up as well all over the map. It's crazy. What other cool stuff have we got which we've not seen much of? Dark Elves, who in this game are quite evil, if that armour doesn't tell you. They literally have a mechanic, which is the slave mechanic, which is the reason why in the Chaos Tools they're called labourers instead. But yeah, these lot are... This guy's literally possessed by a demon. And I've got one of his books right there. This book here is a book he features in, which is pretty cool. What else have we got? We got ogres, which we've only seen briefly, but they're all about eating and fighting. Trencher Hunter says, "Oh, Grandpa Nurgle, he is supposed to be the most wholesome Chaos God and overall wholesome character, and a god of pestilence and disease." Yes, so where's Nurgle? There's Nurgle. There's only one Nurgle Lord so far. The Warhammer 3 Lords don't have a lot, but Nurgle's all about like plague and disease and pestilence, but they keep quite a cheery attitude, which is, if anything, more creepy in my opinion. Yeah, here's Kugath Plaguefather. You also have the Warriors of Chaos, who have 8 different legendary lords. Archaon's like the big ender of times. But you've got a Nurgle one as well, who's Festus the Leech Lord, who was desperately trying to find a cure for the village he lived in, for a disease that was killing everyone, and begged to the gods to give him the knowledge to cure it, and Nurgle listened and turned him into this, and now he's gone completely insane and is obsessed with experimenting with diseases. Chaos! They also have big nasty dragon ogres. Tifa almost forgot another game. Stray Cat Door 2. Tifa says, "Those books very brutal / detailed. It's my common fear for Redfall 2. There's definitely a lot of fight scenes, but it is just, you're reading it. Oh no, that little guy's getting smashed with a big hammer. Yeah, this game has a ridiculous number of things. Oh, there's the Tomb Kings as well, who the 40k equivalent is like Necrons, especially with Arkham the Black, who's quite evil. Oh. Is there anything else? Vampire Coast are like one of the coolest thematic factions, because they're the undead but pirates, and that's all you need to know. Like, they have guns and stuff, and they're just ridiculous. You play the campaign very differently than normally. We got Zinch, a big old bird. I like me some good mummies, says Tifa, yeah. There's quite a few different undead. There's also the vampire counts, who are like your more Dracula-style undead generally. Lots of skeletons and zombies, and yeah, vampires obviously lead them. Got any others that are worth looking at? Oh, there's lizardmen. Lizardmen are fairly unique, in that they are lizards. So you've got a slan, toad kind of guy here. You also get big lizards, like Nakai here, who's a Croxagore. It's like big and scary. And you get little ones, like Oxylotl, who hates chaos and fights them. And you get some more regular sized lizards, like the Saurus. Okay. Let's actually go back to the... continue the campaign for just a tiny bit longer. Probably just like another battle, and then I'll call the stream. I do really love the Warhammer world. It's definitely one of my top, like, 3 fantasy worlds. It's very, very cool. And I could talk about it for hours if my voice didn't go when I did. That's the drink gone. Tifa's enjoying the game, it's nice to look at. Yeah, I do really wish I could run it at top thingies. Blah, blah, blah. Graphic settings? So that'd be quite nice. Okay, what was the name? Looks good on the CV. What was another one we're getting for the Labourer? Looks good on the CV. Yep, fits in easily. We do have one more Labourer to name. Dead meat. There we go. I haven't named any of the units other than Labourers. We got the unpaid interns, work experience group 1 and 2, looks good on the CV, and dead meat. I really should name some of the other stuff, but I just haven't. Yeah, let's head up to the peak. That'll be the place we actually go to. If I go in ambush, they won't notice me coming. The enemy can also go in ambush stance, which means you're probably not going to see them coming yourself, and you can get caught out. Ambush battles are really cool, but they also suck, because you're probably going to die. What do you do? Oh, campaign line of sight. I'm not going to worry about that for now. No building. Just move on to the next turn. Zilch? Oh, Zinch is God of Knowledge and Progress. No, yeah, Zinch is all about knowledge and stuff like that, and just unending knowledge and magic and things. I'm giving you peace. Nurgle's Disease and Pestilence. Khorne is War and Bloodshed. You know, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. And Slaanesh is like the sexy god, who's all like pleasures of the flesh and whatever. Hey! Oh nice, I completed a convoy. Oh, and a faction got destroyed somewhere. So I completed a convoy, and I did get an item! Oh yes! And oh perfect. So this item gives me a ward save, which reduces all damage by 15%, an ability called the Hunger. I might do something a bit fun here. Okay, so first off, let's equip you with stuff, and my convoy leader gets a rank, but we won't worry about that. So we're going to fight this settlement. I'd like to see if Astrogoth can, like, solo them. This one's a bit tankier, I guess, because Astrogoth's really good now. Yeah, each of the 4 Chaos Gods have their own, like, specifics, I guess. And we also have a 20-stack army, which is as big as they get. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to send Astrogoth in to just fight on his own and see how he does. Because he's now ridiculously strong. There's a lot of really nice flavour text as well. Oh, which I can't read. It's already gone. What? Got me looking at that. Okay. Let's just see. Alright, we've got, yeah, a lot of these. We've got no artillery, which is annoying. Yeah, all of this stuff. We can have our... Actually, let's just have our work experience and unpaid labourers at the front here. Oh, we're on a little ice sheet as well. That's fun. There are some quite cool maps in this, but not as many as you'd like, you know. Okay, let's build up another line of, yep, infantry there. Couple of ranged units here. Bunch of ranged units here who can actually go through that. And you lot can go through that. Okay. I'm just going to have these lot ready to, like, charge or whatever. You lot can go around the flank. And Astrogoth is going to charge through the forest. Because what I want Astrogoth to do is just fight and kill basically everything. Because I think that'll go well. I believe Khorne shown Spanish. His plays near... What? You're going to have to retype that for me. Oh, Slaanesh? Khorne shows Slaanesh his plays near trash. Slaanesh is kind of seen as the weakest of the gods, because he's the youngest. But, or they're the youngest, I suppose I should say. Okay, so right here, yeah, Astrogoth, his health is going down. You can't actually see this, but it's then going back up, because the ability, the Hunger, is while in combat, you heal 0.10% of your health, which is just making him incredibly strong. If I use this effect as well, yeah, you just can't build anything, which is kind of ridiculous. I have, at this point, actually got a fight with my other armies. Astrogoth's doing great, and we'll see how many kills he gets at the end. But he's not doing well enough to actually survive and things. Alright, we're getting a lot of blunderbuss shots here. This is a bit ridiculous. Let's push forward a little bit. Jeez, we are just slaughtering them. Let's buff him up with some magic. Extra melee defense and armor-piercing weapon damage. Astrogoth has just over 500 damage, which is a crazy amount. He's healing up. Oh, he's got mechanical overdrive as well, which means more people he kills, he gets better at fighting. And he is at just under 700... Oh, he's just hit 7,200 health out of 7,224. He's actually just gone back up to top health again. He is, Jesus, ridiculous. Hello, Funkirl. Deviant never had a chance against God of Carnage by definition. Yeah, Slaanesh is very much a, kind of a subtle god. I mean, even in this game, the forces of Slaanesh kind of play that way, where it's all about, like, influencing other factions rather than outright just butchering and murdering them. Whereas Khorne is, you just butcher and murder them, because that's what you're good at. Okay, let's actually shoot. See if I can shoot this in here. I don't know if I can while I'm for range like this, but maybe. Are you gonna shoot the little fireball? Yeah, you are. Lovely. Shoot the little fireball. Buff yourself up. And then just kill. Astrogoth is currently at 114 kills. If I go... they're just fighting in the water like normal. This is actually a sheet of, like, solid ice. So they seem to be fighting like normal, but... yeah, it's obviously not going the best for them. Are you not shooting? Yeah, you're shooting over the tops of the labourers. Probably isn't the best, but oh well. Let's put them on guard mode so they don't run off anywhere. And where have you lot ended up? Well over there. Astrogoth, keep everyone in place and do more fighting. I love to see some slip on the ice. I mean, a fair few of them will get, like, knocked about, for sure. How are you lot? Oh, see, this little symbol means they're kind of obstructed, which is a shame. But if we go over to Astrogoth, we should see some of them get, like, knocked about. Yeah, so... oh! He just picked that guy up and threw him on the ground. Yeah, he's literally kicking them in the air and then throwing them back down. Smacking him with the hammer, which sends him flying. Oh man, he's kind of, yeah, he's kind of lethal. He's almost taken some health damage. He's just so ridiculously strong now. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, gonna push these lot up. Push these lot up. Push these. Oh, we've already won. We've already won. And Astrogoth is just going to continue killing all of them. Let's do a quick fire of that. Look at that. Just burns them all. Look at him go! He's just charging through. Butchering them all. Just punches them. Oh. Yeah, Astrogoth there. He's at... why is it not... for some reason it's not letting me why is it not... okay, he's still at full health because of that item he got, which just regenerates health while he's in combat, and he killed 213 things. Only got 340 value, but that's because everything in here was garbage. Oh, he's really a bad nutcracker there. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of ridiculous. Like, a lot of the pre-release stuff I saw was talking about how he kind of needs to get nerfed because he's clearly the strongest lord out of everyone. Because he's... not only is he a, like, magic caster, so a spellcaster, he also is great in melee, as we saw there, really tough and quite strong. He's just good at everything. Oh, blast, we've lost a bit of efficiency again. Come on. Okay, fine. I'll spend 200 just to be back at 100% efficiency. Cool. Oh, I'm gonna call it there, because my voice is going. But there we go, that was 10 turns of the campaign, plus some extra stuff. Hopefully, plenty of you enjoyed that. Because I do really like this game. I don't stream it often because it tends to be quieter streams, but it was nice to be able to talk about all of Warhammer. And as you can see from... I've got a fair few hours in this. I think Total War Warhammer 2 I'm at like 800 hours or something. In fact, if I check, not by size on disc, by hours played, yeah, Warhammer 2 was 893. First Warhammer was under 100. So we're at like 500. We're at like 1,300 hours between the 3 Warhammer games. Yeah. When next stream on Warhammer? Won't be another Warhammer stream for ever? A very long time? No Warhammer stream planned. So I should see what I sent to Kado's Discord at all. I don't think so, but I've got 2 unread notifications, so I'll be reading them soon. I'm going to hit play on the music. And yeah, it's going to be Skyrim speed runs. So more Skyrim next week and the week after. Then we're moving on to Redfall, which hopefully you'll enjoy. That's going to be it. Let's go on to that. You can always become a patron, become a channel member like Funko, like do all of that stuff. Have fun. Have a good weekend, everyone. I need to stop talking. My voice is going. Sarge.